registering today.
What? What did you learn? Tell us now.
I learned about the Mexican Revolution. Ask me anything. I feel like a genius.
Why was there a revolution at all?
Wasn't it because that Porfirio Diaz guy took all the land from the Mexican landowners?
Man, he was president of Mexico for about 35 years before the revolution in 1910.
Half the lower class population worked as slaves on plantations and had absolutely no social rights.
Didn't he throw Francisco Madero in jail just because he ran for president?
Yeah, and then he got out and basically kicked Diaz out of office and was backed up by the U.S. government, Pancho Villa, and
Who was Pancho Villa and Emiliano Zapata?
Man, Pancho Villa was a Mexican revolutionist from San Juan del Rio. He basically commanded the north, mainly in Chihuahua.
Chihuahua?
Yeah, anyway, Zapata was a middle-class kind of guy, but he had sympathy for the peasants and the middle class.
he was really charismatic too, and well loved by all his supporters. In fact, I know one of his quotes right off the top of my head.
It's better to die standing on your elbows than to live on your stomach?
No, the quote is, it's better to die on your feet than to live on your knees.
Oh, whatever.
Well, what happened to Madero?
Maybe he ran away after he lost support from the people.
No, I'm sure he was betrayed or killed or something.
Yeah, he was betrayed by his commander-in-chief, Huerta.
Huerta did become president for a while, but because the U.S. and Mexican public didn't like him, he was quickly attacked by Carranza.
Well, what happened then? Who was the ruler?
Well, for a while, Pancho Villa and Emiliano Zapata supported Carranza.
Well, I heard that Villa didn't like Carranza and eventually turned against him too.
True, the U.S. got tired of Villa attacking everything short of a cactus, so they began a manhunt for him.
Did they ever catch the guy? I forgot how that turned out.
No, he eluded them, but Obregon's forces defeated him.
Well, if I recall, Carranza did eventually end the fighting by gaining favor for a supported constitution.
So he remained in power even after all that?
Not exactly. His policy didn't last long, so he was betrayed. People didn't really seem to like the guy for very long.
Maybe he was a mean drunk.
Well, Obregon, the guy who assassinated Carranza, became president next.
Yeah, he enforced his own anti-imperialist policies alongside Carranza's policies.
Well, I do remember that Zapata's forces were exhausted after nearly 2 million deaths, so they gave up and accepted things as they were.
Obregon was the guy who was a supporter of the U.S. relations, wasn't he?
I think so. He was rebelled against too, but that was near the end of his presidency.
He crushed the rebellion anyways, then he stepped down and Calles was named president next.
His presidency pretty much ended the revolution, I think.
The U.S. still had a lot to do with Mexico, though. They got between Calles and the seriously religious Catholic Church people after Calles took away their rights.
He was a total atheist, no tolerance whatsoever.
That was the Cristero War. It lasted from 1926 to 1929.
The U.S. also gave back some of the lands and oil concessions.
Dude, you can't forget about the PRI.
PRI? What the hell does that stand for?
What? No, the PRI stands for Partido Revolucionario Institucional.
Yeah, it was founded by Calles and originally created as an attempt to unite the fighting parties of the Mexican Revolution.
Yeah, everybody loved everybody.
Still, up to this day, it currently represents half of Mexico.
Half? Why not all of it?
Because half is better than nothing.
Sweet. Social reform, representative government, and an elected official. Term limits sounds good.
Well, I guess I'm not the only one that knows about the Mexican Revolution. Oh well. Siesta!